Have you ever been watching anime and thinking, yo, this is amazing, for real, he's just like me? Well, you'd be partially right, Tommy. We all want to believe we're just like this character, but in reality, the part that's just like me would be this guy. Hold on there, Timmy. Before we go any further, let's clarify what exactly the Izanami is. For the normies unfamiliar with the term, essentially, it's an illusionary technique often employed as a consequence for engaging in some shady action, like, Izanagiing the block. For the more OCD among us, the Izanami is described as a genjutsu technique utilized by the Uchiha clan in the world of Naruto. Now, what's a genjutsu, you might ask? Think of it as mind manipulation or broken mind hacks. Here's how it works. The user, after selecting any arbitrary moment, uses their Sharingan to capture the physical sensation of both their own body and that of their opponents in that instant, essentially photographing it. Then the user intentionally replicates those sensations and memorizes them with their Sharingan. The Izanami then intertwines these identical bodily sensations along with the passage of time between them. Now, what's the result? An infinite loop of events that ensnares the opponent's consciousness. Huzzah! Now, I hope you've been writing all that down, Jimmy, because that was quite the bit of nerdy anime talk, wasn't it? How does this all relate to us? Well, good question. Imagine summoning the courage to ask Cindy out. A+. Only to remember being rejected by Lashonda 2 weeks ago. A-, leaving you questioning your entire approach to talking to women and ultimately never approaching women, Myron. Alright, maybe that's a little too specific. Let's try another angle. Have you ever been, diligently studying for an exam? A+, only to be haunted by the memories of those past Fs you've racked up in classes? A-, leaving you to say, fuck studying, fuck it all together, and pick up a more cash money hobby like binge drinking your way through college. Through our metaphorical Sharingans, our perception of the world is shaped. It might seem absurd to think that we willingly immerse ourselves in a realm of fantasy and escapism to make life a little more consumable, a little bit more tolerable, but perhaps there's more truth to it than we realize. Surely our brains wouldn't just default to past choices on autopilot mode, right? Right? Neurologists have long been trying to unravel the complexities of the brain. Through studies, they've discovered two things the human brain excels at: pattern recognition and seeking comfort. Thanks to evolution, our brains have become S-tier at recognizing both physical patterns like the silhouettes of predators and sick MLG combos to abstract concepts like deities, religious beliefs, and MLG teams. One crucial aspect uncovered by research is the concept of neural pathways. Essentially, evolution has streamlined the process of IRL QuickTime events. Forming neural pathways reduces reaction time when faced with similar choices, which can aid in survival in the face of threats like tigers, lions, and bears. The instinct for comfort, however, likely evolved to alleviate stressors such as the fear of becoming a tiger's dinner, or if these berries will two-stock me. In times past, it helped us avoid potential dangers lurking just beyond our campfires. In the modern times, however, our ever-questioning brain keeps an eye out on new stressors, which have evolved as well. Concerns like, does Pokimane notice me? How often does Jaden say the N-word? And does Philip DeFranco still need YouTube? With those concepts swirling around inside that chemical cocktail of a cockpit, it'd still be hard to imagine willingly subjecting ourselves to negative patterns, right? Right? So Jimbo, you found yourself balls deep in your own Izanami. How do we find ourselves out of that deep end of calamity? To break the Izanami isn't going to be a walk in the park. It's accepting the reality we had created. Navigating this journey of self-awareness and growth isn't easy. Being too overly critical can impede progress. However, neuroplasticity offers hope, allowing our brains to not just rewire, but evolve. Starting with small steps like self-confidence, cleaning your room, making your bed, eating healthier, or even just touching grass can kickstart this process. Just as Itachi urged us, it is foolish to fear what we have yet to see.